My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Welcome to the Low Cash Classics Podcast.
One day I'll have a car that badass, I'll be tripping gears and pulling Brody's going, oh, oh, oh.
She had the smell of a brand new car. That's just about the finest smell in the world. Except maybe foot.
That's awful. That's awful.
What's going on, man?
How's it going, man?
Good.
Welcome back for another week of podcasting.
Yeah, we got this nice new
New
setup here.
Took some time.
Looks nice.
Hey, if we get enough likes, we might actually clean this stuff we put on the walls.
No, well, he might. I'm not. I'm doing.
We did just dig it out of the abyss.
It's cool that we just have this much shit laying around though
just
to do something like this. So.
I mean, who has a blower sitting in the shed behind your house?
Yeah. Everybody's like, if you put that on something, it'd be way fucking cooler.
I ain't got the money to put it in. Hence low cash.
So I have a question for you.
What would that be?
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? Like, what kind of cars would you build?
Man, I'd have a pretty big list. Probably, number one, first thing I would do is I'd buy one I can drive every day. Doesn't need any work. Just straight from the get-go. Just be able to hop in and do whatever I want to do. And that would be a 69 Dodge Charger. It'd probably be blue or orange. And it'd have to have I'd probably just do a 440.
Yeah.
Just because 4-speed.
That's a good idea. I hadn't even thought about that. Like, I was like, first thing I would do would be fix my Coronet, but it would be cooler to just get something I could go ahead and drive.
Right. What about you? What would your
So,
first
I think the first thing, if I was going to just go out and buy a car, I don't know that I'd be able to find it, but what I would look for would be like a 68, 69 Roadrunner wagon.
Oh, they're out there. I've seen them.
But I want it built pro touring. Like, I think that would be badass.
That would be original. Especially if you went like all the way pro touring.
Yeah. Dude, I think that would, like, just big tires tucked up under that thing would be fucking awesome. That's what I would look for. If I was gonna look for something to drive every day, that's what I would want it to be.
Like, I'm hauling ass, groceries, sports.
I mean, I just feel like the wagons are so cool. Like, I've been wanting a wagon so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I like them, but that wouldn't be on my top of my list.
See, that's one I just think it's super badass. It's original. It's not something you see done a lot. Mm-mm. So I think that'd be cool. What would the details of that car be like? What would you want it to be? Colors, kinds of wheels. Oh man, I have a hard time with color. There's too many cool Mopar colors. I don't like the flashy colors like you like. I'm a big fan of the plum crazy purple. Like, that's probably the craziest. That's probably the craziest I get with it. Other than that, I do like my Coronet is the poly gold or whatever it is. I actually like that.
Ugly gold.
I don't like the orange, and I don't like the green, the sublime green. Never been a fan of that. I hate the top banana yellow or whatever it is.
I'm not a big yellow fan either.
So I feel like every Super B I've seen done recently has been that fucking yellow color, and I hate it. Stop painting your fucking cool cars yellow.
I have been involved in restoring 70 yellow Super B.
2 of them, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the one.
Yeah.
Work.
So, stop painting your cool Mopars yellow. It's the worst color. Unless you got one. I mean, I understand. It's still
numbers
cool.
matching. Gotta go that route.
I don't know, man. But I do like a black in anything. And I also like white in anything. Like,
I'm not big on white. Black, it's just so hard to take care of. It's just like, you can wipe it off, wax it, and you get the last bit of wax done. And then you got to start back where you started, then start wiping again because it's already covered in dust.
Yeah.
But man, when they're clean,
That's.
they're bad.
But they're only clean for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And something but like white to me, it's just always been something about it. I just like a white car.
Just too bland. It's like it doesn't show the body lines off. I don't feel.
Yeah. See, I like a subtle car. Like I like something that I want it to be cool, but not too flashy.
I mean, I want mine ripping necks off when I drive by.
Yeah.
I want all that clout.
See, I'd rather like people go, damn, that's a classy muscle car.
Well, you're like, yeah, drive by, and people are like, oh, that's a cool car. When I drive by, I want people to be like, oh my god, did you see that?
All right, so what would be your next one? So you'd buy something to drive. You'd buy your '69 Charger.
I'd buy the daily driver. Then I'd probably get like a new car just for like hauling a truck. I'd probably get that TRX, that badass Ram. And then I'd buy a trailer too right then. Like one of the airbag trailers that low down, you can just drive on and airbag up.
Dude, can you imagine what we would haul in here if we had access to something like that?
I don't think we would haul it in here. I think we would build a whole shop, buy some property way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just have a compound.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we're on a list because you said compound. Fuck. All right, so
what about you? What would you?
I would buy a new car. I really like the Charger Hellcats. But I know what I would do. It would be I would want a Magnum.
Yeah,
I would want a Dodge Magnum station wagon. God,
with
my
the
whole
Charger front
ride,
end.
my first two are station wagons with the new Charger front ends on them. Dude, they're so fucking cool.
I've seen them. Look pretty badass.
Yeah. I just love station wagons. I don't know what it is.
I think after that, though, I'd be like, after I got them two locked down, I think I would, let's just say that we built a shop to work on our stuff. So after that, I would start picking through the cars I got, like my handful of cars. I think I would actually, if I had like Elon Musk money, I would just like hire a couple of guys to work for me.
Oh, yeah.
And just work on my cars, not Kyle's cars. And I just order everything on my list, my bucket list, and I just like pour that bucket on the car. And I want it all.
We'd be broke so fast.
Yeah.
Let's see. After that, so which one of your cars do you think you'd do?
I'd probably go ahead and get started on my Barracuda.
Yeah.
Just put it on a rotisserie and just start it from nothing, bare metal, and just build it back the way I wanted it.
Yeah. That's what my Coronet would definitely get done. That would be one of mine. And my red truck would get done for sure.
Do you think you would like just kind of like on a low end, just kind of get it going, like professionally get it, what needs done, like on your truck is probably pretty close.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Get it, take it somewhere and get it finished.
Yeah.
So you can drive it, or would you finish it? Because
I would want to finish it. Yeah, I would want to work on it. That's part of the fun of it, I think, is the actual doing it yourself. Right. So,
but I think the difference is you would have the money to buy the stuff you need to finish it.
That's the thing is like with my Coronet, it was always like either I had the time or I had the money, but I never had both at the same time.
It's hard to build a car with just a handful of struggle.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude, like everything I've got for my Coronet has been like Christmas presents and shit like that.
I got this torque wrench
15
years ago.
Exactly.
I finally put this head on.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, sometimes that's how you got to build them. I mean, we still, over the years, we've got some cool shit. We just got to...
Yeah. We got to get some cool money.
Yeah.
We need that cool money to go with that cool shit.
So let's see. All right. So I don't even want to count the ones of ours we're going to redo. What would you buy? New shit.
I would definitely go buy me another like 74-ish like short van, a boogie van.
Oh yeah.
Oh
you
man.
got it.
I miss mine so bad that I had on this. It's so bad.
Would you buy anything that wasn't Mopar?
That's a good, interesting question. Yeah, I mean, I got some bucket list cars, like stuff that I grew up with that's really like, it's like stuck with me. Like, I would say my dad, when I was little, had a 72 Chevelle, and it had like a junkyard 305 and a 5-speed out of something. And I just remember it was just blue with a black vinyl top, and it had Craigers. And it just set right. Man, that was just so cool. I think I would probably get a Chevelle.
Yeah. See, I love the 50s era Chevy trucks. They're just so cool. So I think like I'd probably buy one of those. That's probably the only.
I would figure. I thought. I'm sure you'll come to this realization of something you would buy.
Yeah, buy a DeLorean.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't want to say it. I wanted to see if you would.
I would definitely a DeLorean, and I would make the time machine clone.
I think I'd buy a DeLorean too. We could both just drive around together.
DeLoreans they're stupid cars.
I think, if I bought a DeLorean, I would just pay to have that, like a twin turbo LS.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's the thing.
They're
You
doing
can take. Yeah, you can do it. They are making those cars really cool now, so I guess they're actually rebuilding them. Kind of. Somebody bought the brand.
Yeah, they bought the warehouse and all the parts. And I mean, they said they had enough to build like I don't know how many brand new cars from all the overstock parts they had.
Dude, I would buy a DeLorean, and I would want a GT40.
Like an old one?
Yeah, like an old one. Well, honestly, both are fucking cool. Actually, I think I kind of like the new ones better. But I think they're cool cars.
Yeah.
That's one that I was always, Ford-wise, I was like, man, GT40 is badass.
What about any other exotic cars?
I don't know, man. I'm not really a big fan of exotic cars.
I think, I don't go crazy for them. Like when I was a kid, I probably would buy like an 89 Lamborghini Countach.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's like, I need something to snort my cocaine off of.
That's why I want the DeLorean. Yes.
I don't know.
See, I definitely wouldn't do that. Those are like some of the ugliest cars ever.
You don't like that?
I fucking hate
Countach?
those. Yeah.
Man, every kid, come on, guys. Every kid had that.
I had the poster. Oh yeah, you bought it at the book fair.
Yeah, the book fair. It's cool.
Yeah, but no, like new Lamborghinis are cool.
The vintage.
I would probably buy one just because my kids think every nice car. My kids like, did you see that Lamborghini? And then I'd buy one and be like, this is a fucking Lamborghini, bro.
In your face.
Don't touch it.
Nothing.
So yeah, I don't know. I'd definitely have to get a bigger garage.
Oh, well, I think like we'd build whatever warehouse, like buy an old Walmart or something and just fill it full of cars. I don't know. I think I'd probably hunt down some like other kit cars that I really like the Coyote.
Oh yeah.
It's just wild looking. Man, I'd probably give me like a.
Would you want everything like factory original, or would you?
It wouldn't matter to me.
Oh.
I'm not a numbers guy. It could be modified.
But I mean, would you build anything that was like, would you build your Ram Charger with the Hemi?
Oh yeah. Oh, it would definitely. My Ram Charger would be Pro Touring all the way.
Dude, that thing would be badass.
That'd be so cool.
I don't know, man. I've just really started getting into the Pro Touring shit a little bit. It seems pretty cool.
It's definitely cool. It's super expensive.
Yeah.
But it's super cool. I mean, how lucky are we get to play with that stuff at work?
Oh yeah. I saw another 70 Coronet that was like a street stock car build, and oh dude, it was super cool too. A 70 Coronet, and it was like the old NASCAR style, but it was like a street stock car.
Oh yeah.
That black one. Oh dude, it was so cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's the thing. I see so much stuff. I'm like, that'd be so cool to build.
I know.
And then I changed my mind. That's why my car has never gotten built, because I can never decide what the hell I want to do.
I think that would be what would be cool about being rich and just buying whatever. Because I just flipped through Marketplace. I'm like, oh, what kind of ideas I have for that car? And came back, oh, what kind of car?
Yeah.
I mean, even stupid stuff like I would buy like a Chrysler Fifth Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had one when I was a kid, and just make it a sleeper, just black, all black, just black cop wheels, steel wheels,
Yeah.
and just build the hell out of a motor and just make it tear up stuff.
Yeah.
You got any stupid cars you would buy just from like past experience type stuff that you want to rebuy, like your Porsche you maybe used to have?
No, see, that car was cool, but it wasn't. I never got to drive it, so I don't know. I've been getting nostalgic for a '94 Thunderbird for some reason.
Well, that's what I mean.
I don't know that I would ever actually buy one though. I don't know, man. I got too much shit already. But if I just had crazy money, I'd probably buy a '94 Thunderbird.
I think we'd have to buy a rollback.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd be like, all right, we're going on a road trip, and
Yeah.
come back with like 3 or 4 cars.
We clearly wouldn't be rich for long. We'd be like, well, now we're broke, but look at all of our shit we've got. But now we don't have the money to work on it.
Technically, we'd be broke because it's just an investment. You know, you can
Oh,
always
yeah,
sell
yeah,
off
that's
stuff.
true, that's true. I always tell people that, like, investing in an old car is almost better than buying gold. It just goes up in value.
We just need to convince our wives of that.
Yeah.
For some reason, they don't understand.
Mine's pretty cool about it, but...
Yeah, I mean, it would be so freaking cool to just get what you want to get, not have to like dream it. But I mean, I guess like I've heard a lot of people say like, if you want something bad enough, just work for it. Like life depends on it.
Oh, yeah.
You can make it happen. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff like neither one of us would have if we weren't willing
Oh,
to
yeah.
put the work in and, you know, do it ourselves, figure it out. You know, if you can't figure out something, I mean, your phone, you're in touch with the whole world of how to do anything. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you'll find tips and tricks on how to build whatever you want to build, but it would be cool to just have the money to
Oh, yeah.
not have to worry about that.
That's the thing, is if you're wanting to get into really any classic cars, now is the time, because they're only going to go up. It's only going to get harder to find it, so...
Do you think that when the older generations start dying off, do you think the value of like these old cars, because I don't feel like the younger generation cares about these old cars. Do you think they're just become relics of the past? Like I wouldn't want like a 1915 brass era car.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's not worth anything to me. I have no interest in it.
Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, also, the more of these cars, even though we're rebuilding these cars every year, there's still hundreds, if not thousands of them still getting destroyed every year. So, there's going to come a time where you just don't see these things.
Wow. It's pretty rare to see an old car on the road nowadays.
Yeah.
But I can imagine how much more rare it's going to be, you know, another 20 years from now.
Oh, yeah. That is an interesting, because, like, where will the car market and world go once it...
Right, like, right now for me, it feels like the interest in cars that I see with the job we have and stuff goes back and it's kind of fading away around the 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple, you know, everybody's building those rat rods.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like even as far as like the mainstream cars that people are going after, I feel like right now we're about in the 30s of stuff just kind of fading away.
Yeah.
People don't even know how many manufacturers there were back. I mean, it's like there was a car manufacturer in every big city in America back in the day. There were so many. I mean, hundreds.
Oh, yeah. That's what we were talking about. Somebody had a Hudson. And then we got to think about, like, how many people even know what that is anymore.
Right.
So.
I mean, Sears made cars.
Yeah.
There's so many. I mean, we used to, when I was a kid, we had a book that had every American auto manufacturer had like all the specs of how many cars they build and prices and stuff. And we used to call it our Bible. Because we would constantly be looking through it, like looking at cars, pictures and stuff. It was super cool.
That's why he can look at any part and be like, this is off of this car, and this is where it goes.
Get your kids involved with model cars. That helps a lot. I built so many model cars. I'm like, oh, this is a distributor. So I knew what everything was. I just had to learn how to use the actual tools.
Yeah.
And I grew up.
Yeah. That's the thing, is I think a lot of people are intimidated by working on their own stuff. I've always been one of those people, like, I'm like, fuck it, I'll try it. Worst I can do is be in the exact same situation I was in where it doesn't work, right? So why not just go out and try it?
Yeah, I've always kind of been more reserved. Like, I know I've never done anything like this, and there's a high probability that I'm not going to succeed. So that's always stopped me, but usually I get pushed to the edge where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to have to do it. And it always turns out easier than you think it is.
I think it's always a daunting task going into it. You're like, fuck, this is going to be horrible. But then once you actually get into it, it's like, man, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, there's always, you can't let that fear stop you from doing something.
Yeah.
If that was the case, we wouldn't have half the shit we have.
Yeah.
You just gotta just keep grinding away at it. I can't tell you how many times at work there's stuff that I'm putting on. I'm like, I don't know how to do this, but I have the know-how to approach stuff. So as long as you approach it in the right mindset, and you just power through. Try not to make any mistakes. Be careful. That's all you gotta do. You gotta keep making forward progress.
Yeah.
You get kicked back every once in a while, but you just learn from that. As long as you learn from your mistakes and then move forward, eventually you're just always gonna be moving forward.
Yeah. Dude, that's what, I rebuilt my transmission and I was like, fuck it.
I was like, okay. I wouldn't do it, but okay. He's like, I'll do it. If I was doing it, I'd take it apart and I'd have everything and I'd put it right back together because it'd all be fresh.
No, fuck no. I laid all that shit out all over the table. I watched a YouTube video. I'd watch 5 minutes and I'd be like, all right, now I'm going to do all this shit. And I'd do what they did in the video and I'd be like, all right, watch it again, make sure I did everything right. Took me 3 weeks to watch this hour-long YouTube video.
It's like, I'm just gonna let all these parts marinate.
Yeah. Oh man.
I came into the shop and I was like, I seen all those parts laid there. I was like, whew. It's like, I don't let them go for it. I guess I'd be super scared. I'll walk into a transmission that's blown apart.
My thing was, like I said, if I didn't fix it, I was still in the exact same boat of having a transmission that didn't work.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I was like, man, if I could learn how to rebuild this transmission, it's going to save me a little bit of money. If it doesn't, I would lose money if I couldn't fix it because I'd still have to pay someone to fix it. But I learned a lot about that transmission in the meantime.
Maybe that's like our low cash lottery, Yeah. You don't know how to do something, so you figure out and learn. And then you can get paid when you start outsourcing that job and take on side jobs and hate your life.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now I got a second job.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, knowledge is power and money.
Yeah. That's the thing, is I've never been scared to do something because, like I said, I'm still, if I fuck it up, and I'm in the same boat. So I might as well try it. I might be good at it. It's worked out for me a lot. So, yeah, get out in the garage, build some shit.
Yeah, you don't have to have money to attempt. Start with something small,
Yeah.
Buy it. If you got a dream car, just go find a fender or a door for that car and restore that. Set it aside. Go find another part. Eventually, you'll have a whole car.
The whole fucking thing, just one piece at a time. Backwards. Start with the fenders, work your way back.
It's like having a Johnny Cash song, but actually keep all the shit for the right car instead of multiple cars.
Yeah. Although the multiple car thing is where it's at now, you're taking shit off everything.
Yeah. I guess you could plan it out, I'll get the motor out of this, transmission out of it. Man, that's the one big thing, I feel we should talk about. When you have an old car and you need a part, you go to the parts store, and they're like, what's this for? And you're like, oh. How much time do you got?
Yeah, I've had that with my red truck. I have to go in there and be like, it's for this, but the engine's out of this.
This is like a van lower control arm on a truck. So you gotta get a different ball joint, you know, it just, I feel like it's a good idea to like write this stuff
Oh
down.
yeah,
Be
especially if you
organized.
have to replace it. Like, I don't ever do this. Take his advice.
no,
He
I don't
does
do
that
it either.
shit, but but yeah, write that shit down, because if you're not involved in the build, it's gonna be a bitch finding out what that shit is off of.
Here's a pro tip. If you're taking apart something, especially if you're just trying it for the first time, pictures and labels and Ziploc bags as detailed as you can go. I mean,
And broken down into as many bags as you can.
Yeah.
Don't say, this is all the dash bolts. That's how I do things.
figure this out.
My whole coronet is in a pickle jar. All the bolts. That was a mistake.
Oh, my grandpa was notorious for coffee can collections.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when he passed away, my uncle had to go through all that. And it was just hundreds of coffee cans.
Oh, gosh.
Who knew? It was like a lottery, you know?
Yeah.
Bloop. Junk.
That's how I feel every time I go to my storage shed.
Oh,
I'm like, I might find treasure in here. Whenever I opened the trunk of the Cornet, I was like, oh shit, I forgot I bought all these parts.
Yeah. Do you ever just like look at your stuff and be like, look at my vast array, my kingdom of all my crap.
I'm like, fuck, I should work on this stuff. So I try not to look at it.
It's my kingdom of crap.
Yeah.
I do every once in a while. I'm like, I just kind of step back when I have no motivation to actually do anything. I'm like, man, I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of cool shit. I was like, man, I could sell this and I could actually have some. No, I can't sell nothing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm the worst about selling stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're worse than me.
My thing is, I don't know that I can replace it.
I know.
Like, I have it now.
Right.
So if I let go of it, then it's gonna be like, what if I can never get that again? And
Oh,
something
you
I
definitely
want,
wouldn't
something
be able to
cool.
replace your cornet.
Oh yeah, no. I've got like that I'll never sell, and then my red truck, I'll probably hang on to it for a while. I've sold it twice and hated it, so.
I wouldn't technically call that selling when it's family.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to let them hold that while
Yeah.
I hold some money.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'll get it back later.
Exactly.
I'll wait till they're in a tight spot and then I'll buy it back at a discount.
And then I always say I'm going to sell my van, but I love that van. I've driven that van. That's the thing, is everything I have here except for the Coronet, I've driven at some point in time.
Yeah. I'm dying to drive my kit car.
Yeah, dude, that thing's cool. Just pulling up somewhere and opening that is going to be the
Go through the
coolest.
drive-through.
You got to put a smoke machine in there so that every time you open it, just smoke.
Paint it purple, dressed like Prince. Doves come out of it.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Get out there, build some shit.
Peace out.